part of the reason I see my third eye is that because he's been a pirate and a sailor, but he's been on this discovery path, not on this sit down and create a farm and plant a castle and with a moat and keep out the dragons. He's just been on the wild seas of adventure for so many lifetimes that this whole protection thing is, he looks at it as luck.
Good morning, my friend, and welcome to Friday. Thank goddess it's Friday. Hang on to your hats, pilgrim. It is lunar eclipse time, and I have the spiritual posture for you to have and hold. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Friday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a dynamic way to start every day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Sensei Chris Witecki. I consider myself a lover of life and definitely a student of God, but one thing I know, it's tough to be human. Thank you so much for walking with me, my friend, and Namaste. Welcome to Friday. Thank goddess it's Friday, and it's going to be a weird one. We have a lunar eclipse going on during the day in North America around 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific time, but you will feel it all day and probably through the weekend. It means we're going to be emotionally vacuuming away an old spiritual issue, and your megascope, I will give you the spiritual pose and posture to keep during the vortex. But first, let's take a look at your weekend zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Friday, September 16th, 2016. Looking ahead at your 3-day weekend forecast, today is going to be partly sunny and rather out of it because we're going through a lunar eclipse. Saturday I predict to be overcast and feeling a bit reluctant at everything. And on Sunday, I think you're back to feeling sunny and rather engaged. But today, it is sunny and disjointed. In fact, we're kind of pulling through the eye of a spiritual storm, you might say. Now, the Great Human Walk has reached step 24, Virgo, for this lunar eclipse. That means the eclipse is ruled by channel 6, I receive. And that means the eclipse is ruled by Venus. Thank goddess for that. Now, our emotional focus is intensely peaceful. That's how I describe a full moon in Pisces, like intensely peaceful. And our mental focus is officially recommitting to our life or reality. Mercury is at step 17, retrograde Virgo. So really, there's nothing you can do to prepare for eclipse. It's all about coasting through the eclipse. And I'll give you the spiritual posture that I recommend you take. But first, steep yourself some tea, and let's have our Friday tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is, Sensei Chris, why are you so serious? And I really mean, why do I use the word serious in everything? Many people have asked me that, and I'm going to go ahead and formally explain it because it has a lot of meaning to me. You might have already heard the past life story where I recall that I, first of all, believe that I once was an alien on Sirius. It's a whole story you have to watch, but I have a kooky feeling that if I came from a star cluster, it would be Sirius. And I know a lot of viewers say they feel Palladian. A lot of viewers feel that, you know, some are, I don't think we really have any lizard viewers. I don't think the lizards like my show. But there's a lot of, I think, people incarnated in human bodies. I believe that once upon a time, I was from Sirius. But there's more than that, too. Sirius is a powerful symbol on Earth that we've been navigating to since the beginning of time, and in Egypt as well. It's known as the dog star. It's the brightest star in the sky. So having be from Sirius, I love that. Okay, I didn't know that. I looked it up like, really? How cool. And it shows how close we are. And to me, when I was creating, my idea of what is the greatest joy I want to aim for with my personal sensei series service, Sirius joy, like the brightest star, to help you be the bright star that you really are. So I love all the metaphors of that. In fact, it's known as the dog star because it's in the constellation Canis Major. That's dog major. And that's where we actually get dog days of summer from, is when Sirius is rising in Cancer next to the sun. In fact, Sirius has been in Cancer for quite a long time. And so Sirius kind of shows where we are seriously emotional and seriously passionate about things. Now, looking in natal astrology, if you have Sirius conjunctions, it can mean very good things, even famous after death. In fact, Sirius in the 8th house tends to show that you might be famous after your death more than during your life. But Sirius shows where you can be super serious, where you can get burned out as well. But Sirius shows where we can truly be the bright star that we really are. Right? So some other interesting Sirius topics is I believe it's even beyond that. Besides all this fun stuff, I believe Sirius plays a much more serious role in our life. Now, there's actually Sirius A and Sirius B, and I haven't really intuited when I say Sirius what I think. I think I feel the cluster, not one or the other. But I believe that Sirius, one of the two, is the twin flame to Ra. And I believe Ra is our sun. Our sun in the sky is named Ra. In fact, Ra is a red star, and Sirius is a blue star. And I believe this has to do with wavelength and light and our chakra system. So if you think about it, we currently orbit around Ra. So our Earth is a red kind of Earth, a root chakra planet. And is it not, right? We're still learning survival and basic stuff. Whereas Sirius would be more of a throat chakra, blue energy, and would inspire intellect, communication, and connection. And that is what I understand the Sirians to be like. In fact, another little interesting caveat is I believe the Sirians were known as the Mayan culture, and I believe the Sirians brought the Mayan calendar. Just my opinion, just my psychic, gossip on the whole matter, but it's what I believe. So the interesting thing is I believe, and you can look this up on the internet, there's other people who've written about this, that our scientists haven't discovered that Sirius is our twin flame. In other words, we are part of a binary star system, not a singular star system. It's just the orbits are extremely wide. And from what our legends tell us in astrology, we are now beginning to return back to our twin flame. In fact, the Mayan shift was the moment when we were the farthest away. Our sun Ra was the farthest away from Sirius, and now the two are returning back to each other, and then they spin in like this, and then they spin out. It's really cool. So they kind of do like a do-si-do when they get together. It's kind of cool. Now, if you look at it from a wavelength perspective, right, and this is what's so cool about consciousness and fascinating is consciousness is additive, just like colors are additive, because consciousness is frequency, just like color is frequency of light, right? So, for instance, when you have the red sun come together with the blue sun, the blue light, you actually end up opening a third chakra, violet. So I believe that when the red and blue come together, you begin to open up your spiritual connection, and this is part of our enlightenment and part of the return to Sirius or to Sirius joy. And in my opinion, Sirius joy is when you feel like you are some hot shift, like Ra, and you are in the presence of your twin flame that you love so much. That is Sirius joy in the heavens, in the cosmos, etc. So Sirius is a fascinating topic. You might look up where Sirius is in your chart because I think you'll learn a lot about it. And I'll be doing a little future segment on Sirius's role in the chart of the United States. That'll be some serious fun. All right, so let's move on now to the Megascope. Without further ado, I'm going to take a sip of tea and channel my guides and see what they have to say about this lunar eclipse. Any extra information that you need to know. And then I have some spiritual posture tips for you for the weekend. Okay, so a lot of energy clearing there, and actually the message from Spirit is that, first of all, today, by the time you wake up, it's like the spiritual surgery's been done. Okay, so I'm not reporting it late. I've been, telling everyone to stay in the right frame of mind, but energetically it happens very quietly. It's a very quiet, almost kiss from the universe. You could say it's the kiss of death, because it is. It's kind of like Spirit's like, "Mwah, you're dead to me." And we're talking about an old issue. We're talking about old karma. We're talking about you seeing yourself as a victim or as a certain spiritual level. That is what's dying. And what Spirit says as advice is don't hold on. Let it go. And if you see, something going, don't save it this time if it's not right for you. Just don't save it. Sometimes we step in and save stuff that really needs to go. All right, so that said, let me give you a little bit of a spiritual posture to take through the eclipse and through the weekend. Step 1, be mindful of your feelings. You have to understand Spirit works completely in emotion. Be mindful of what you're feeling. Know how you feel and how you want to feel, because that's how you're really communicating to Spirit. Step 2, feel where you belong. So feel and know where you belong. You may be in a shifty place, but feel where you actually belong and accept and receive that. And step 3, open up to receiving it. I skipped ahead. I'm just so typical. So once you feel where you belong, then open up to receiving it. That means, can you receive the attention? Can you receive the energy? Can you hang there and be chill? If you can, then you've basically set up an emotional portal to gently glide to your spiritual ascension. All right, and that's what we're doing, I think, this weekend. So for those watch over my personal Sensei service, we're going to talk about Jupiter and the Sun. The Sun and Jupiter are crossing right now, and I think that's some quantum expansion. I'll give you a little bit of my forecast of what I think that is. And in your eye candy today, I'll follow up with that and go into some detail about what you can expect in the next 3 or 4 days of your personal natal chart expansion. Now, for those who are watching over on YouTube or watching me on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. Sensei thanks you ahead of time. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, my handle is CWateki. And if you'd like to become or know more about the bright star you really are, now that you understand what's behind it, come on down to SiriusJoy.tv. I'm even holding a contest right now. I will give 4 readings away to people who sign up right now in the Mercury retrograde. So, see if the universe is going to give you a little fortune. This is so fun. It's so much fun to find out who gets it as much as it's to give it away. I love giving away gifts, I have to say. All right, and I think that is all I have for your Cosmic Weekend. Friends, I will be back on Monday with more. As always, I am so grateful for you watching and telling your friends. Have a fantastic lunar eclipse. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be.
So